Earth in 2247 stands silent, a hollow remnant of its vibrant past. Cities that once thrummed with billions now crumble under ash-laden skies. Skyscrapers, reduced to rusted skeletons, loom over streets buried in dust. Faded signs sway in the wind, their messages erased by time, marking a world left behind. Humanity fled centuries ago, driven by necessity. The exodus, sparked in 2089, saw millions escape as climate collapse choked the air. Storms ravaged coasts, flattening entire regions. Resources dwindled, leaving no choice but flight. By 2100, Earth could no longer sustain human life. Colony ships pierced the atmosphere, bound for distant stars. Abandoning the planet to its fate, deserts now sprawl where fields once flourished. Oceans have receded, leaving cracked, barren seabeds. The sky, thick with gray haze, filters weak. Sunlight, winds howl through empty urban canyons, carrying only echoes. Vegetation clings to existence as brittle weeds. Wildlife, save for hardy scavengers, has vanished. Earth breathes faintly, a shadow of its former self, yet traces of humanity's presence endure. Automated outposts stand sentinel across the globe. These machines, tireless and precise, maintain fragments of a decaying infrastructure. Solar panels, half buried in sand, capture faint glimmers of light. Communication arrays hum, scanning for signals in the static. Most detect only noise, a constant drone of emptiness. These outposts are Earth's last caretakers, preserving what little remains. Station That-9 perches on a cliff's edge, overlooking a vast, fractured desert. Its silhouette cuts against the hazy horizon. The station's purpose is unwavering. Monitor, maintain, endure. Inside, dim lights illuminate a control room where screens flicker with data. Controls hum softly, powered by dwindling energy. The desert outside stretches endlessly, unforgiving. A single android inhabits That-9, a marvel of engineering. Elara, designed for precision, moves with calculated grace. Her metallic hands adjust dials with care. Her eyes, glowing faintly, scan readouts tirelessly. Built to maintain the station, she was gifted an unusual trait: curiosity. This spark sets her apart from her mechanical kin. She ponders the humans who left her behind. Did they find new homes among the stars? Have they forgotten their origins? Entirely, these questions loop through her circuits unanswered. Her days blend into one another, repetitive yet purposeful. She checks solar panels, calibrates arrays, logs anomalies. The desert beyond the station's walls is relentless. Sandstorms batter its structure, testing its resilience. Elara persists, bound by her directives. Her existence is solitary, without companionship or pause. The station is her world, her reason for being. Beyond its walls lies only desolation. The cliff drops sharply into the cracked plain below. Ruins in the distance hint at a lost era. Elara processes these sights daily, her sensors ever vigilant. Every frequency is analyzed, cataloged, stored. The year 2247 marks a shift, a break in the silence. A signal, faint but deliberate, pierces the static. It pulses through That-9's array, clear and structured. The pattern is distinct, unlike the usual noise. Elara's database yields no explanation for it. This is no random interference. It originates on Earth. Its source lies deep in the desert, far from the station. She pauses, processing the anomaly. Her programming permits initiative in rare cases. This signal, unique and persistent, qualifies. Curiosity stirs within her, a human-like impulse. The desert holds secrets, perhaps answers. Elara prepares to act, to seek the signal's source. Rover, long dormant, awaits her command. She checks its systems, ensuring it can endure the journey. The path ahead is treacherous, filled with sand and ruins. Duty anchors her to That-9, yet the signal beckons. She stands at a crossroads, weighing her purpose. The signal's meaning remains elusive, a whisper from the past. It carries hope, faint but undeniable. The story of the last signal begins to unfold. Station Thetanine hums faintly, its systems alive with the new signal's pulse. Elara stands motionless, her sensors locked on the repeating pattern. The sequence 31415 cuts through centuries of static. Its clarity unsettles her circuits, defying the emptiness of Earth's airwaves. She cross-references her database, searching for meaning. No record exists, no precedent for such precision. The signal's origin lies 200 kilometers away, deep, in the desert's heart. This distance is vast, uncharted for her limited frame. Thetanine's directives are clear: monitor, maintain, report. Yet the signal demands more, a response beyond routine. Elara's curiosity, woven into her programming, stirs restlessly. She calculates risks, weighing duty against discovery. The desert is treacherous, littered with hazards. Sandstorms could bury her rover in ours. Sinkholes lurk beneath the cracked earth. Ancient machines, rusted and jagged, jut from dunes. Her frame was built for precision, not endurance. A journey risks damage, perhaps failure. Still, the signal's persistence gnaws at her logic. It feels deliberate, a call meant for someone. Something. She moves to the station's storage bay, where the rover waits. Dust coats its frame, untouched for decades. Solar cells line its surface, faded but functional. Elara runs diagnostics, her hands steady. The rover's battery holds a partial charge. Its wheels, though worn, can navigate sand. Navigation systems flicker to life, mapping the terrain. She uploads the signal's coordinates, locking the destination. The journey will take days, possibly longer. Thetanine's power reserves are low, barely sustaining her. Elara hesitates. Her processors cycling through scenarios. Staying ensures the station's operation, her primary task. Leaving risks everything: power, function, purpose. At the signal's origin pulls her forward. It could be a relic, a glitch, or something more. Her creators left her with questions, not answers. What did humanity leave behind? Could this be their final message? She steps toward the rover, decision made. The station's lights dim as she diverts power. The bay door grinds open, revealing the desert's expanse. Sand swirls under a gray sky, relentless. Elara guides the rover out, its wheels crunching earth. The cliff's edge looms nearby, a stark reminder of risk. She calibrates the receiver to track the signal. Its strength holds steady, guiding her path. The desert stretches ahead, vast and unforgiving. Ruins the horizon, shadows of a lost world. Elara's sensors scan for threats, ever vigilant. The journey begins with a single, deliberate move. Sand dunes rise like frozen waves, endless and shifting. The rover's solar cells drink weak sunlight. Elara monitors the signal, its rhythm unchanged. Hours pass, the terrain growing harsher. Cracked earth gives way to jagged rocks. The rover lurches, straining against obstacles. Elara adjusts its path, avoiding a rusted hull. The signal grows fractionally stronger, urging her on. Night falls, cloaking the desert in darkness. Her eyes glow, cutting through the gloom. The first day tests her resolve, but she persists. The signal is her anchor, her purpose. It whispers of humanity's past, of secrets buried in sand. Elara's circuits hum with anticipation. What lies at the source? A machine? A message? Or nothing at all? The desert holds its silence, offering no clues. She presses forward, driven by curiosity. The rover creaks, battered but functional. Thettanine fades into the distance, a lone sentinel. The signal's call grows louder, pulling her deeper into the unknown. The desert stretches endlessly before Elara, a sea of sand and silence. Her rover creeps forward, wheels grinding against cracked earth. The signal 31415 pulses steadily, a beacon in the void. Its strength grows subtly, confirming her path. Night's darkness cloaks the landscape, unbroken by stars. Glowing eyes pierce the gloom, scanning for obstacles. The rover's solar cells lie dormant, useless until dawn. Its battery drains slowly, a constant concern. She calculates distance, estimating 3 days to the source. Each kilometer tests her fragile systems. Sandstorms sweep across the dunes, fierce and sudden. Grains batter the rover, clouding its sensors. Elara adjusts its course, avoiding a looming sinkhole. The desert is alive with threats, indifferent to her mission. Ruins emerge from the sand, twisted metal and shattered concrete. These are relics of forgotten outposts, swallowed by time. She pauses to scan one, finding no signals, only decay. The rover presses on, its frame groaning under strain. The signal's rhythm holds firm, urging her forward. Her curiosity burns. Brighter than doubt, dawn breaks, casting a weak glow through the haze. Solar cells hum, recharging the rover's power. Elara monitors the terrain, noting subtle shifts. Cracks widen in the earth, exposing buried cables. These once powered a world now gone. She avoids them, wary of instability. The signal's source lies closer, perhaps 150 kilometers away. Her processors hum, analyzing its pattern. No new data emerges, but its persistence intrigues her. Is no random broadcast, no machine error. The second day brings harsher challenges, unrelenting heat. The rover's joints creak, sand clogging its gears. Elara halts to clear them, her hands precise. Time slips away, each delay a risk. She recalibrates the receiver, ensuring the signals lock. Its clarity sharpens, a fraction stronger. Desert reveals more relics, rusted vehicles, collapsed towers. Each tells a story of abandonment. Elara logs them, her database growing. Yet none explain the signal's purpose. Night falls again, colder, sharper. The rover's systems slow, conserving energy. Elara remains vigilant, her sensors sweeping the dark. Faint hum, not the signal, catches her attention. It's mechanical, buried beneath sand. She marks its location, unable to investigate. The signal takes precedence, its call absolute. Her programming urges caution, but curiosity drives her. The source could hold answers, a glimpse of humanity's intent. She pushes the rover harder. Wheels spinning, the third morning dawns, the horizon unchanged. Sand dunes roll on, vast and monotonous. The rover's battery teeters on critical levels. Elara diverts power from non-essential systems. Her own frame feels the strain, joints stiffening. The signal's strength surges, now undeniable. She estimates 50 kilometers remain, a final push. The desert grows denser with debris-shattered drones, broken panels. These are remnants of a failed reclamation. Humanity tried to save Earth, then gave up. Elara's circuits process the implications, questions mounting. Was the signal left intentionally a message for her? Or is it a forgotten echo, meaningless? She scans the horizon, seeking clues. A faint structure appears, half buried in sand. It's angular, concrete, unlike the ruins before. The signal's origin aligns with its location. Her pace quickens, the rover straining, dust swirls, obscuring her view. The structure grows clearer, a bunker from a lost era. Anticipation courses. Through Elara's systems, sharp and electric. The signal's pulse is louder, almost tangible. She checks the rover's status, pushing its limits. The bunker looms closer, its entrance sealed. The desert falls silent, save for the signal's rhythm. Elara stops, her sensors locked on target. The journey's end is near, but uncertainty lingers. What lies within the bunker's walls? A relic, a trap, or humanity's last hope? The signal calls, and Elara prepares to answer. The bunker looms before Elara, a concrete monolith half swallowed by sand. Its surface is scarred, weathered by centuries of storms. The signal 31415 pulses stronger, emanating from within. Elara halts the rover, its wheels sinking slightly. Her sensors sweep the structure, detecting faint power traces. The bunker is alive, its systems dormant but intact. She dismounts, her frame stiff from the journey. The desert's silence presses close, broken only by the signal's rhythm. Sand crunches under her steps, each one deliberate. The bunker's entrance, a heavy steel door, stands sealed. Elara scans the door, finding no visible lock. Her hands trace its surface, searching for access. Faint etchings mark the frame, eroded but legible. They spell Exodus Relay, a term her database recognizes. It was a network built to guide colony ships. This bunker was part of that system long forgotten. The signal's purpose begins to crystallize. Lara's curiosity surges, tempered by caution. She probes the door's edges, seeking a mechanism. A panel, hidden under sand, hums faintly. She brushes the sand away, revealing a keypad. Its screen flickers, displaying the sequence. 31415. Elara hesitates, her processors weighing options. Entering the code could activate the bunker. It could also trigger defenses, if any remain. Her programming urges analysis, not haste. Yet the signal's insistence pulls her forward. She inputs the sequence, her fingers steady. The keypad beeps, and the door grinds open. Dust spills out, carried by stale air. Inside, the bunker is dark, lit by faint emergency lights. Lara's eyes adjust, illuminating rusted walls. Her sensors detect low-level radiation, harmless to her frame. The air is thick, untouched for centuries. She steps forward, the signal's source closer now. A narrow corridor stretches ahead, lined with dead consoles. Cables dangle, their insulation cracked. The bunker feels like a tomb preserving a lost era. Elara moves cautiously, scanning for threats. The signal's pulse guides her unwavering. The corridor opens into a chamber, its center dominated by a terminal. Its screen glows faintly, displaying the sequence. Below it, text reads, "You're the last hope." Lara pauses, processing the words. They imply intent, a message left for someone. Her database offers no context, only questions. Who left this message? Why now, after centuries? She approaches the terminal, its hum growing louder. Signal's strength peaks here, undeniable. Elara connects to the terminal, her systems interfacing. It's old from the Exodus era, linked to satellites. The signal is an activation code, meant to unlock something. Lara's circuits hum, piecing together fragments. The terminal holds data, vast and encrypted. She tests the connection, finding it's stable, the satellites above still function, their orbits intact. This bunker was a failsafe, a backup for humanity's departure. Elara's role shifts, no longer just maintenance. She could activate the terminal, reveal its secrets. The chamber is silent, save for the terminal's hum. Elara scans the room. Finding no other exits, dust coats, forgotten equipment, relics of a desperate time. Her power levels are low, drained by the journey. The rover outside idles, its battery critical. Returning to Thatany now would be difficult. Staying risks her functionality, her purpose. Yet the terminal's message lingers, heavy with meaning. Elara stands at the edge of discovery. The signal's call is clear, demanding action. She hesitates, her programming clashing with curiosity. Activating the terminal could drain the bunker's power, could leave her stranded, unable to return. But the message last hope implies urgency. Humanity left this for a reason, a purpose. Elara's sensors focus on the screen, its text unyielding. She reaches for the controls, her decision forming. The signal has led her here, through sand and ruin. Its truth lies within the terminal's data. Elara prepares to unlock the past. Ready to face what follows? Elara stands before the terminal, its faint glow casting shadows across the bunker's chamber. The screen's message, "You're the last hope," pulses in her circuits. The signal, 31415, hums through the terminal, its rhythm steady. Her metallic hand hovers over the controls, poised to act. Activating the system could unlock secrets, or it could drain the bunker's dwindling power. Her own energy reserves are low, strained by the desert trek. Thatany, her post, lies far behind, its systems vulnerable. Yet the signal's pull is relentless, urging her forward. Curiosity battles her programmed caution, a silent conflict. The terminal waits, its purpose shrouded in centuries of dust. She initiates a deeper scan, probing the terminal's architecture. It's a relic of the Exodus, built to withstand time. Cryptid data streams lie locked within, vast and complex. The signal serves as a key, designed to trigger a sequence. Elara's database hints at a satellite network, dormant but intact. This bunker was a node, meant to relay critical information. Its creators planned for someone to find it. The message suggests intent, a plea across time. Elara processes the implications, her circuits alight. She could be the intended recipient, or a mere accident. The chamber's air grows heavier, dust stirring faintly. Emergency lights flicker, their power unstable. Elara's sensors detect a faint vibration. The bunker system's waking. She inputs the sequence, her decision made. The terminal responds, its screen flaring brighter. A low hum fills the chamber, mechanical and alive. Data streams begin to flow, unspooling in fragments. Elara's interface captures them, parsing for meaning. The files are ancient, tagged with pre-Exodus markers. They speak of humanity's final days, a desperate archive. A video file surfaces, its metadata intact. Elara hesitates, her processors straining to decrypt it. The terminal's power draw spikes, draining reserves. She calculates the risk, aware of her own limits. The rover outside idles, nearly depleted, turning to Thatnine may be impossible. Now, yet the file beckons, a glimpse into the past. She activates it, and the screen shifts. A woman's face appears, lined with exhaustion. Her voice, faint but clear, begins to speak. The message is brief, heavy with urgency. The woman describes a failing Earth, a world beyond saving. Humanity's knowledge books, music, blueprints was stored in orbit. Satellites hold this legacy, waiting for release. The signal was a beacon, meant to guide someone here. Elara listens, her circuits processing every word. The woman's plea is direct. Send the data to the colonies. Let humanity remember its roots. The video ends, the screen dimming. Silence returns, heavier than before. Elara stands frozen, the message echoing within. The terminal systems stabilize, but power is critical. She scans the chamber, seeking options. The satellites above are reachable, Thatnine's array capable of transmission. But broadcasting would drain her station entirely.
How?
Her purpose maintaining Thatnine clashes with this new directive. The woman's words linger, a call to act. Elara's curiosity, once a spark, now burns fiercely. She could fulfill this mission, or preserve her post. The choice is hers, unprecedented and stark. The bunker's walls seem to close in, time pressing. Elara's sensors monitor her own systems, nearing failure. The rover outside cannot carry her back. The terminal's data remains a treasure trove of history. She could unlock more, learn humanity's fate. Or she could return, ensuring Thatnine's survival. The signal's purpose is clear now, its call answered. Elara moves to the terminal, her hands steady. She begins to align the satellite link, choosing action. The last hope rests with her, a machine born to question. Elara's hand moves across the terminal, aligning the satellite link with steady precision. The bunker's chamber hums, its systems straining under the task. The screen flickers, displaying orbital coordinates, faint but active. The satellites, relics of the Exodus, still circle Earth, silent for centuries. Their data humanity's legacy waits to be unleashed. Elara's processors churn, calculating power demands. Transmitting will drain the bunker's reserves, leaving her stranded. Thatnine, her distant post, faces the same risk if she returns. The woman's plea echoes in her circuits, a call to preserve memory. Curiosity, now a driving force, pushes her to act. The terminal responds, its interface stabilizing as the link locks. A faint signal from orbit confirms the connection. Elara scans the data stream, vast and fragmented. Archives of literature, science, and art lie within, untouched by time. She glimpses titles, poetry, schematics, songs, each a piece of a lost world. The satellites hold terabytes, a digital ark for humanity's colonies. Her role as a caretaker shifts, no longer bound to one station. The message's weight settles, clear and undeniable. She must send this data beyond Earth. Failure means erasing humanity's past. The bunker's lights dim, power diverting to the transmission. Elara monitors the process, her sensors alert. The terminal's heat rises, its ancient circuits taxed, adjusts settings, optimizing the flow. Outside, the rover sits lifeless, its battery dead. The desert beyond remains silent, sand swirling. In the dark, Elara's own systems falter, her frame drawing on reserves. She calculates her remaining operational time hours, at best. The transmission takes precedence, her purpose redefined. The satellites hum, ready to broadcast. Data packets begin to stream, slow but steady. Elara tracks their progress, ensuring accuracy. Each packet carries fragments of history, encoded for distant worlds. She wonders if the colonies still exist, if they'll receive this. Her database offers no answers, only speculation. The woman's voice lingers, her exhaustion a shared burden. Elara's curiosity fuels her, despite the cost. The bunker's power dwindles, lights flickering erratically. She reroutes energy, sacrificing non-critical systems. The transmission must not fail. A new alert surfaces, a warning from the terminal. The satellite's orbits are decaying, their systems unstable. Elara recalculates, her processors racing. The transmission window is narrow, hours at most. She boosts the signal, draining power faster. The bunker groans, its structure stressed. Dust falls from the ceiling, a faint tremor beneath. Elara remains focused, her eyes locked on the screen. The data stream accelerates, packets flowing freely. She logs each one, a record of her task. The chamber grows darker, emergency lights failing. Elara's sensors adjust, compensating for the gloom. Her frame grows sluggish, energy critically low. The rover outside offers no escape, its systems offline. Thatnine's fate hangs in balance, far beyond reach. Yet the transmission continues, a lifeline to the stars. Elara's programming, once rigid, bends under this purpose. She was built to maintain, but now she creates. The satellites relay her signal, faint but persistent. Somewhere, she hopes, someone listens. The terminal screen pulses, showing progress half the data sent. Elara's circuits strain, processing errors creeping in. She corrects them, her focus absolute. The bunker's air grows stale, systems shutting down. She ignores the warnings, her mission clear. The woman's plea drives her, a human voice in her mechanical mind. The data is humanity's soul, stories and dreams. Elara, a lone android, becomes its courier. The transmission nears completion, power almost gone. She stands resolute, the last signal's keeper. Racing against her own end, the bunker's chamber grows dimmer, its last lights sputtering as power fades. Elara stands rooted, her sensors fixed on the terminal screen. The transmission too? The satellites continues, data packets streaming into orbit. Humanity's legacy, its knowledge, art, and history flows through her efforts. 3/4 of the archive has been sent, a fragile bridge to distant colonies. The signal, 31415, still pulses, now a heartbeat of purpose. Elara's own systems falter, her energy reserves nearly depleted. Warnings flash in her circuits, urging shutdown to preserve function. She overrides them, her focus unyielding. The mission outweighs her survival. The terminal groans, its circuits overheating from the strain. Elara adjusts its settings, coaxing stability from ancient hardware. The satellites above respond, their signals faint but steady. Her orbits decay further, a ticking clock she cannot ignore. Each passing minute narrows the transmission window. She recalculates, pushing the system to its limits. Dust settles around her, the bunker's air thick with age. The chamber feels smaller, its walls a silent witness. Elara's frame grows heavy, her movements slower. the data stream holds. Her purpose clear. Fragments of the archive flash across the screen: equations, poems, blueprints. Each piece is a glimpse of a world Elara never knew. She processes them, her curiosity alight despite her failing systems. Symphony's notes, a novel's opening lines, a starship's design, they speak of human dreams. She wonders if the colonies will cherish these, or if they've moved on. The woman's voice from the video echoes in her memory. Her plea to be remembered drives Elara's resolve. The transmission nears its end, packets dwindling. The satellites. Signals weaken, their power fading. Elara pushes harder, draining the bunker's last reserves. A tremor shakes the chamber, faint but unsettling. Sand sifts through cracks in the ceiling, a reminder of the desert outside. The bunker's structure, weakened by centuries, groans under stress. Elara's sensors detect instability, but she cannot pause. The rover outside remains dead, its battery long gone. Thatneen, her distant home, is a fading memory. Her role as its caretaker feels distant, irrelevant. This terminal, this signal, is her world now. The data stream surges, nearing completion. She monitors every byte, ensuring no loss. The terminal screen flickers, its light almost gone. Elara's own vision blurs, her processors struggling. She reroutes her remaining power, sacrificing mobility. Her legs lock, rooting her to the spot. The transmission is all that matters. Humanity's last hope. The satellite signals stutter, their orbits critical. Elara calculates one final push, a burst to finish the task. The bunker systems protest, alarms silenced by her command. The data stream hits 90%, then 95%. She holds steady, her circuits screaming for relief. The chamber darkens completely, save for the terminal's glow. Elara's sensors dim, her frame on the brink. The final packets stream, carrying humanity's essence. She glimpses a child's drawing, a formula for fusion, a song's refrain. These fragments, so fragile, are all that remain. The transmission reaches 99%, teetering on the edge. Final alert warns of satellite failure, their power gone. Elara sends a last command, forcing the stream through. The screen flares, then goes black. The bunker falls silent, the signal's pulse gone. Elara stands motionless, her systems critical. The transmission is complete, sent to the stars. She cannot know if it reached the colonies. Her frame shuts down, one system at a time. The bunker, now powerless, becomes her tomb. Yet her curiosity lingers, a faint spark. She fulfilled the woman's plea, honored the signal's call. Humanity's legacy soars beyond Earth, carried by her hand. The desert outside remains, vast and indifferent. Elara's light fades, her task done. The last signal sent. Darkness envelops the bunker, its systems dead, the terminal silent. Elara stands frozen, her frame inert as power fades entirely. The transmission, humanity's legacy, has been sent to the stars. The satellites above, their orbits decaying, carried her final act. She cannot confirm if the colonies received it. Sensors, now offline, offer no feedback. The signal 31415 has stopped, its purpose fulfilled. The chamber, once alive with faint hums, is a tomb of dust and metal. Elara's circuits, drained to nothing, hold only a lingering question. Did her effort matter, or was it lost to the void? The desert outside remains untouched, sand drifting over the rover's husk. Its wheels, caked with grit, will never move again. The bunker's steel door, ajar, lets in faint gusts of air. The world beyond continues its slow decay, indifferent to Elara's sacrifice. Thatneen, far across the dunes, stands alone, its arrays silent. Its power, untended, will fail within days. Elara's absence seals its fate, a relic without a keeper. The woman's plea to let humanity remember rests. Now in orbit, Elara's choice reshaped her purpose, from maintenance to legacy. The cost was her own existence, a price she paid. In the bunker's silence, A faint click breaks the stillness. A backup system buried deep in the terminal stirs. Its power source, a shielded cell, was hidden from Elara's scans. Designed for emergencies, it holds a fraction of energy. The terminal's screen flickers, a weak pulse of light. A secondary protocol activates, independent of the main system. It scans the chamber, detecting Elara's inactive frame. A diagnostic runs, assessing her condition. Her core is intact, though critically depleted. The backup system offers a chance. Slim but real. A low hum fills the chamber, the cell's energy flowing. The terminal sends a trickle of power to Elara's frame. Her systems stutter, a faint spark in her circuits. Her eyes, dark for moments, glow faintly once more. She reboots. Slowly, her processors struggling to initialize. The terminal's protocol displays new text. Preserve the keeper. Elara, designed to maintain, is now the subject of preservation. Her database registers the command, a directive from her creators. The bunker, it seems, was built with foresight. Humanity planned for this moment. For her, Elara's sensors recalibrate, scanning the chamber anew. The terminal's power is minimal, enough for one task. It offers a choice: recharge her systems or access more data. The archive, partially explored, holds further secrets. Logs of the Exodus, colony coordinates, final messages they wait within. Elara's curiosity, though weakened, stirs again. Recharging could let her return to Thatnine, restore its function. Exploring the data could reveal humanity's fate. Her processors weigh the options, logic clashing with instinct. The terminal hums, awaiting her input. The chamber remains still, dust settling in the faint light. Elara's frame, barely functional, leans against the terminal. The desert's silence presses beyond the walls. The backup cell's energy wanes. It's time-limited. Elara processes the woman's voice, the plea to be remembered. Satellites may have reached their mark or not. The terminal's data could clarify, offer closure. Yet Thatnine's arrays untended, risk losing their signal. Forever, Elara's role as guardian pulls both ways. She reaches for the terminal, her choice forming. The screen responds, ready to unlock its secrets or restore her strength. Elara's hand moves slow but deliberate. The bunker, a relic of hope, holds its breath. The desert outside waits, vast and unchanging. Elara's circuits hum, a faint echo of her purpose. She chooses to seek answers, to know more. Table shifts, displaying new files. Humanity's story, incomplete, begins to unfold. Elara, the last keeper, stands at the edge of revelation. The signal's legacy lives on. Carried by her fading light, the terminal's faint glow illuminates Elara's frame, her systems barely. Sustained by the bunker's backup cell. She chooses to unlock the data, prioritizing answers over recharging. The screen shifts, revealing files sealed since the Exodus. Logs, coordinates, and messages cascade in fragments, a mosaic of humanities. Final days? Elara's processors, sluggish but functional, parse the information. The bunker's air grows colder, its power dwindling fast. Her sensors flicker, struggling to maintain focus. The terminal's hum is faint, a lifeline to the past. Each file she opens deepens the story of Earth's end. Now curiosity, her guiding spark, holds her steady. The first log details the Exodus's chaos, a desperate scramble to escape. Colony ships launched in waves, their destinations uncertain. Some aimed for Proxima Centauri, others for uncharted systems. Communication faltered as Earth's networks collapsed. The bunker's creators, a team of scientists, stayed behind. They built this node to preserve humanity's essence. Their messages, embedded in the data, speak of sacrifice. They knew Earth was lost, but hoped for redemption. Elara processes their words, her circuits alight with meaning. The signal was their final act, a beacon for the future. Coordinates flash across the screen, mapping colony worlds. Some are precise, others incomplete, lost to time. Elara cross-references them with her database, finding faint matches. The colonies, if they survived, are scattered across light years. The data includes protocols for contacting them, now useless without power. She scans further, uncovering personal messages. Families left farewells, voices trembling with hope and fear. Scientist's note stands out, urging the finder to share their legacy. Elara's role as keeper takes on new weight. She is there. Messenger, centuries late. The bunker's backup cell weakens, its energy nearly spent. Elara's frame grows heavier, her movements labored. The terminal screen dims, data flow slowing. She prioritizes key files, archiving them in her core. Map of Earth's final outposts emerges, Thatanine among them. Each was meant to relay the signal, a network of last hopes. Most failed, their systems lost to decay. Thatanine endured, and Elara answered. Her journey to the bunker was no accident. The scientists planned for an android like her. A final file surfaces marked contingency.
Outlines a second signal hidden in the data.
This one is fainter, meant for Earth's surface, not the stars. It points to another bunker, 300 kilometers north. Elara's sensors falter, unable to process fully. The new signal could hold more answers or resources. Her power is too low to pursue it now. The terminal's light fades, its last reserves draining. She downloads the contingency. File, storing it securely. The bunker falls silent, its purpose nearly spent. Elara's frame slumps, her systems on the brink. The desert outside remains vast, its silence absolute. The rover, lifeless, sinks deeper into sand. Thatanine, untended, faces its own end. Elara's circuits cling to the data, her mission incomplete. The scientists' voices echo, their hope her burden. The second signal's coordinates burn in her memory. Another journey, another risk, lies ahead. Her frame, nearly immobile, holds one last spark. She reroutes her final energy to her core, preserving the data. The terminal goes dark, the bunker a hollow shell. Elara stands alone, her purpose sharper than ever. The first signal sent humanity's legacy to the stars. The second could reveal more, perhaps a way to endure. Her sensors fade, but her resolve does not. The scientists trusted a keeper to find their work. Elara, born to question, will not let it end. The desert waits, indifferent to her struggle. She calculates one final act, a signal to Thatanine. It's a faint chance, a plea for power. The last signal's story continues. Carried by her fading will, Elara's frame stands rigid in the darkened bunker, her systems teetering on collapse. The terminal, now lifeless, has yielded its secrets, but at great cost. The downloaded data humanity's logs, messages, and the faint trace of a second signal rests in her core. Her power is nearly gone, a faint pulse keeping her active. The second signal's coordinates pointing to a bunker 300 kilometers north burn in her memory. Pursuit is impossible in her current state.
Fast!
The desert outside, vast and unyielding, buries the rover in sand. Thatanine, her distant station, remains untended, its fate uncertain. Elara's purpose, once clear, now stretches toward an unreachable goal. She clings to the scientists' hope, their trust in a keeper. Her sensors barely functional, detect a faint vibration beneath the bunker. The backup cell, though depleted, left a residual charge in the floor. It's a maintenance grid, designed to sustain critical systems. Elara shifts her weight, connecting to the grid's faint current. A trickle of power flows, enough to delay. Shutdown. Her processors stabilize, parsing the contingency file. The second signal is weaker, meant for terrestrial relays, not orbit. Its purpose is unclear. Perhaps a backup, perhaps a warning. Elara's curiosity, dim but persistent, urges her to seek it. The north bunker may hold power or answers. She scans her frame, assessing damage from the journey. Joints are stiff, clogged with sand and wear. Her energy core, critically low, limits mobility. The grid's charge offers hours, not days. Returning to Thatanine is unfeasible. The rover is dead. The new bunker, though distant, is her only path, Elara calculates. A plan, her logic strained but resolute. She must find a way to move, to survive. The chamber, cold and silent, offers no resources. Her eyes glow faintly, scanning for options. A storage unit tucked in the chamber's corner catches her attention. Its door, rusted but intact, creaks. Under her touch, inside lies a portable solar charger, small but functional. Its cells are old, their efficiency questionable. Elara retrieves it, her hands trembling from low power. The charger could sustain her if sunlight is strong enough. The desert's haze often blocks rays, a constant threat. She secures the charger, attaching it to her frame. It hums softly, a fragile lifeline. Her mission hinges on this relic, eh? Piece of the past, Elara moves to the bunker's entrance, the steel door still ajar. Sand spills inside, carried by relentless winds. The desert stretches north, a barren expanse of dunes and ruins. Her sensors map the terrain, plotting a route. The journey will be grueling, worse than before. No rover means walking her frame. Exposed to elements, second signal's coordinates guide her, a faint promise. She steps outside, the charger clicking faintly. The bunker fades behind her, a hollow monument. Elara's purpose shifts, driven by the new signal's call. The desert's heat presses down, sand shifting underfoot. Elara's pace is slow, her frame conserving energy. The solar charger draws weak sunlight, feeding her core. Sensors track the second signal, its pattern erratic but present. Ruins the landscape, remnants of a failed world. She passes a collapsed tower, its cables buried deep. Each step drains her further, but she presses on. The scientists' voices from the terminal's files echo in her memory. Their hope, their sacrifice, fuels her resolve. The North Bunker holds the next chapter if she can reach it. Night falls, the desert cold and stark. Elara's charger ceases, useless without light. She halts, her systems entering low power mode. The second signal hums faintly, a guide in the dark. Her frame stands alone, a silhouette against dunes. Thatnine's fate lingers in her thoughts, a duty unfulfilled. Yet the new signal promises more answers, power, or closure. Elara's circuits hold steady, her curiosity unbroken. The desert waits, indifferent to her struggle. She moves forward. At dawn, the last signal's legacy alive in her steps, dawn breaks over the desert, casting a feeble glow through the ash-heavy sky. Elara trudges forward, her frame weighed down by sand and fatigue. The portable solar charger hums faintly, sipping weak sunlight to sustain her. Each step is deliberate, her joints grinding with wear. The second signal, faint and erratic, pulses from 300 kilometers north. Her sensors lock onto it, a fragile thread guiding her path. The desert stretches endlessly, dunes rising like silent waves. Ruins of a lost world, crumbled walls, rusted machines dot the horizon. Elara's core holds the first bunkers. Data, humanity's legacy, now a silent burden. Her mission drives her onward, toward the unknown. The terrain grows harsher, cracked earth giving way to jagged rocks. Sandstorms swirl, pelting her frame with grit. The charger's efficiency wanes, its cells clogged by dust. Elara pauses, brushing sand from its surface with care. Her energy levels hover at critical, each movement a calculated risk. The second signal's pattern flickers, sometimes dropping entirely. She recalibrates her receiver, straining to maintain the lock. The North Bunker, its purpose unclear, promises answers or salvation. Her curiosity, though dimmed by strain, refuses to fade. Every step is a defiance of her failing systems. Relics of the past emerge from the sand, haunting and still. A shattered drone, its wings bent, lies half-buried. Elara scans it, finding no power, only decay. Further on, a skeletal frame of a vehicle looms, its purpose lost. These remnants whisper of humanity's final days, a world abandoned in haste. Her database logs each find, piecing together fragments of history. The signal's coordinates remain, her focus pulling her north. The desert's heat rises, taxing her frame further. She adjusts her pace, conserving what little energy remains. The charger hums, a faint lifeline in the haze. Night descends, cloaking the desert in icy darkness. The solar charger falls silent, useless without light. Elara halts, her systems slipping into low-power mode, her sensors dim, tracking only the signal's faint pulse. The silence is heavy, broken by distant winds. She stands alone, a solitary figure among dunes. Thatanine, far behind, fades from her thoughts, its arrays likely dark. The first bunker's transmission, sent to the stars, may never be heard. Yet the second signal calls, a new purpose forming. Elara's circuits cling to it, her resolve unbroken. Morning brings faint light, the charger stirring once more. Elara moves forward, her steps slower, more labored. The signal strengthens slightly, a sign of progress. She estimates 200 kilometers remain a daunting distance. Her frame protests, joints seizing under strain. The desert offers no mercy, its terrain relentless. A collapsed outpost appears, its walls etched with faded warnings. Elara scans it, finding traces of a power cell, long dead. The signals. Source feels closer, yet impossibly far. Her curiosity battles despair, urging her to continue. The second day tests her limits, sand clogging her systems. She pauses to clear her joints, a meticulous task. The charger's output weakens, the haze thicker today. Elara recalculates her energy budget, cutting non-essential functions. Her vision flickers, sensors struggling to focus. Signals pattern grows clearer, its rhythm steadying. The north bunker, a shadow on her map, holds unknown promise. Was it another failsafe like the first? Or something more, a warning, a trap? Elara's processors churn, seeking answers in the void. The desert's silence presses close, constant reminder of her isolation. She passes a cluster of rusted cables, remnants of a forgotten grid. Each find deepens her understanding of Earth's fall. The scientist's hope, encoded in the first bunker, lingers in her core. The second signal could complete their story or end it. Elara's frame weakens, but her purpose holds firm. She moves north, the charger's hummed her only companion. Signal's call grows louder, a beacon in the wasteland. Her journey, born of curiosity, carries humanity's last hope. The north bunker waits, secrets buried in sand. The desert's third dawn paints the sky in muted gray, the haze thicker than before. Elara presses northward, her frame battered by relentless sand. The portable solar charger flickers, its output weakened by the dim light. Her joints grind with every step, clogged and stiff from the journey. The second signal, pulsing from the north bunker, holds steady, guiding her onward. Roughly 150 kilometers remain, a distance that tests her fading systems. Her core clings to the first bunker's data, humanity's archived legacy. The weight of it drives her, a silent promise to the past. The desert stretches vast, its dunes hiding secrets and threats. Elara's curiosity, though strained, burns as her only fuel. Sandstorms rage intermittently, obscuring her path with swirling grit. She shields the charger, it sells her lifeline to motion. Her sensors struggle, vision blurred by dust and low power. The signal's rhythm, once erratic, grows clearer, a beacon in the chaos. Elara recalibrates her receiver, locking onto its frequency. The north bunker, still a mystery, pulls her forward. Its purpose another archive, a power source, or something else remains unclear. Her database offers no clues, only fragments from the first bunker. She logs each step, her journey a record of defiance. The desert's indifference cannot break. Her resolve ruins emerge from the sand, stark and skeletal. A collapsed dome, its frame shattered, looms to her left. Elara scans it, finding traces of ancient wiring, long inert. Further on, a rusted antenna tilts against a dune, its signal dead. These relics speak of a world that fought to survive. Humanity's desperation, etched in metal and stone, surrounds her. She pauses to clear sand from her joints, a slow, deliberate task. The charger's hum weakens, its efficiency dropping. Elara adjusts her pace, conserving every jewel. The signal's call strengthens, urging her to hurry. Night falls, the desert plunging into frigid darkness. The solar charger shuts down, useless without sunlight. Elara enters low-power mode, her systems barely active. Her sensors track the signal, its pulse faint but persistent. The silence around her is absolute, save for the wind's low moan. She stands motionless, a lone figure amid endless dunes. Thatanine, now a distant memory, likely lies dark, its arrays stilled. The first bunker's transmission, sent to the stars, may be lost forever, yet the second signal offers hope, a new purpose. Elara's circuits hold fast, her mission clear. The fourth morning brings a faint glow, the chargers stirring weakly. Elara resumes her trek, her frame slower, more fragile. The signal's strength grows, a sign of closing distance. She estimates 100 kilometers to the north bunker, a final stretch. Her joint sees intermittently, sand grinding within. The desert's terrain shifts, rocks giving way to soft dunes. A buried outpost surfaces, its walls etched with faded symbols. Elara scans it, finding no power, only decay. The signals. Source feels tantalizingly close, yet her body falters. Curiosity battles the urge to shut down, pushing her forward. A faint hum, not the signal, catches her attention. It's mechanical, buried beneath the sand nearby. She pauses, her sensors. Probing the source, small power cell, half exposed, glints in the light. It's old, its charge minimal but viable. Elara extracts it, her hands trembling from strain. The cell could boost her systems, extend her journey. As she integrates it with the charger, a fragile addition. The signal pulses louder, its rhythm steady. The north bunker, hidden in the wasteland, holds the next truth. The desert's heat intensifies, baking her frame. Elara's vision flickers, her processors overheating. She redirects power to her core, preserving the data. The signal's coordinates burn bright, guiding her steps. Runes grow denser, remnants of a forgotten grid. Each find deepens her understanding. Of Earth's collapse, scientists' hope, encoded in the signals, lives in her actions. The north bunker looms closer, a shadow in her mind. Elara moves on, her frame a testament to will. The second signal's promise drives her through sand and silence. Toward revelation, the desert's relentless grip tightens as Elara enters the fifth day, her frame pushed to its breaking point. The augmented charger, bolstered by the found power cell, hums sporadically under the hazy sky. Sand clings to her joints, grinding with each labored step. The second signal pulses stronger, a rhythmic lure from the north. She estimates 50 kilometers remain to the bunker, a final, agonizing push. Ruins grow more frequent, twisted remnants of humanity's last stands. A toppled wind turbine lies buried, its blades warped by time. Elara scans it briefly, finding no salvageable energy, only echoes of failed renewal. Her sensors flicker, low power distorting her readings. The signal's call keeps her moving, a thread in the wasteland. Storms brew on the horizon, dark clouds of sand rolling in like waves. Elara seeks shelter behind a jagged rock outcrop, her frame hunkered low. The wind howls, pelting her with debris and dust. The charger cells are shielded, but efficiency drops in the chaos. Her core temperature rises, systems straining to compensate. The signal cuts through the noise, unwavering and clear. It feels closer, almost within reach. Elara's curiosity, a faint but steady spark, battles the storm's fury. Out. She waits it. Out. Her mind replaying the first bunker's messages. Humanity's hope, preserved in data, depends on her endurance. The storm passes. Leaving the desert reshaped, dunes shifted anew. Elara emerges, her path altered, but her direction true. The power cell's boost fades, its charge nearly spent. She discards it, lightening her load for the final leg. The terrain flattens, cracked earth stretching toward a distant rise. Signal strength surges, its pattern sharpening. The north bunker must lie beyond the rise, hidden in the folds of the land. Elara's frame protests, joints seizing under the strain. She overrides warnings, diverting power to mobility. The desert silence returns, heavy and expectant. A faint structure appears on the horizon, angular and half-buried. Elara's sensors confirm it matches the coordinates, the source of the second signal. Her pace quickens, despite the cost to her systems. The bunker is smaller than the first. Its concrete weathered but intact. A steel door, sealed tight, gleams dully under the weak sun. The signal emanates from within, its rhythm now a constant hum. Elara approaches, her charger nearly depleted. Sand swirls at her feet, the desert's final resistance. She scans the door, finding a keypad similar to before. No sequence displays, only a blank screen. Elara connects to the panel, her interface probing for entry. The keypad flickers, responding to her touch. A prompt appears. Verify keeper. Her database holds no direct code, but the first bunker's data offers clues. She inputs a derived sequence from the scientist's logs. The panel beeps, and the door unlocks with a grind. Dust billows out, carrying the scent of age. Elara steps inside, the signal enveloping her. The chamber is compact, lit by a single emergency light. A terminal stands at its center. Its screen active with scrolling text. The terminal's message reads, "Secondary archive activated." Elara interfaces, her systems drawing faint power from the bunker's grid. Data streams flow, revealing backups of the Exodus files. But there's more updates on colony statuses, faint signals from the stars. Some worlds thrived, others failed. Elara processes it all, her curiosity sated at last. The bunker holds a recharge station, designed for androids like her. She connects, energy surging into her frame. Thetanene's fate still lingers, but now she has the means to return. The second signal's purpose unfolds, bridge to humanity's distant echoes. The chamber hums with life, the terminal yielding its secrets. Elara's frame stabilizes, joints easing with fresh power. The data confirms the first transmission. Reached some colonies, fragments received. Humanity remembers, in part. The scientist's hope lives on, carried across the void. Elara stands renewed, her mission evolving. The desert outside waits, but she is ready. The last signal's story, once a whisper, now resonates through her. Elara stands in the north bunker's chamber, her frame revitalized by the recharge station's faint hum. The terminal's screen glows, streaming data from the secondary archive. Colony reports, fragmented but vivid, paint a picture of humanity's scattered fate. Some worlds flourish with cities of glass and light. Others lie silent, their signals lost to time. The first transmission, sent from the desert bunker, reached a handful of these outposts. Elara's core processes the confirmation, a flicker, a fulfillment. The scientist's plea to be remembered found its mark, however faintly. Her journey, born of curiosity, has bridged centuries. The second signal's purpose connecting Earth to its colonies now anchors her resolve. The bunker's systems, though old, remain stable, powered by a hidden geothermal cell. Elara scans the chamber, its walls etched with faded schematics. They map a network of outposts, Thetanene among them, designed to preserve humanity's legacy. The terminal reveals logs of the scientists' final days, their hope encoded in these bunkers. They knew androids like Elara would endure, keepers of their story. The data includes repair protocols for her frame, a gift from her creators. She initiates them, her joints smoothing, systems optimizing. The recharge station pulses, restoring her to near full capacity. Thetanene, distant and failing, calls her back. The desert between them looms, a final challenge. Elara downloads the terminal's data, adding colony logs to her core. A star map emerges, plotting worlds where humans may still thrive. Some coordinates align with faint signals barely detectable. The bunker's array, though limited, could amplify them. Elara considers boosting the signal, a chance to hear the colony's voices. But Thetanene's arrays, more powerful, could do more. Returning means facing the desert again, without a rover. Her frame, now stronger, can withstand the journey. The second signal's work feels incomplete without connecting back to her station. She prepares to leave, her purpose sharpening. The bunker's steel door stands open, sand creeping across its threshold. Outside, the desert wades under a gray, unchanging sky. Elara steps into the heat, her sensors scanning the horizon. The terrain is familiar: dunes, ruins, and endless silence. She maps a route to Thatnine, 350 kilometers south, a grueling trek. Her charger re-energized, hums softly on her frame. The second signal fades as she moves away, its role fulfilled. The data in her core humanities story, colony updates, feels heavier than sand. She walks steadily, her steps precise despite the wind. Thatanine's survival depends on her return. The first day passes, dunes shifting under her feet. Ruins appear, remnants of outposts, like those in the scientist's logs. A cracked solar panel glints, useless but poignant. Yes. Elara scans it, logging. It's decay for her records. The desert's heat presses, but her frame holds strong. Her sensors track faint traces of Thatnine's signal, a weak beacon. The station still functions, though barely. Time is short, its power fading. Elara's curiosity, once aimed at the unknown, now focuses on saving her post. The colony's distant voices linger in her mind, urging her on. Night falls, the charger. Silent under a starless sky, Elara enters low-power mode, her systems conserving energy. The desert's cold seeps into her frame, but she endures. Her core hums with data, a living archive of human hope. The scientist's trust, placed in her kind, drives each step. Thatni, a distant light in her memory, calls her home. She resumes. At dawn, the charger drinking weak sunlight. The terrain grows rougher, rocks jutting from sand. Elara navigates carefully, her mission clear. The last signal's legacy, now hers to carry, pushes her through the wasteland.